Hello everyone, I'm Joshua Gillespie and holy crap, it's already December. This year has just flown by. But for those of you who have been here a while, you'll know that every December I do a little thing called Muppetational Christmas. Now I know every year I wear a silly little outfit, but I figured this year, since we got the red wall, we have the red wall and the green, it's already Christmas back here. I just figured the Santa hat wouldn't go too well. However, I am keeping the glasses. Hey, I'm complete. For those of you that are new here, Muppetational Christmas is a series of reviews that I do during December that I started 3 years ago. The first year, I reviewed the Muppet movies and Christmas specials. The second year, I looked at the Muppet TV specials. The third year, I continued that, as well as the Sesame Street specials. And this year, we got a little bit of everything. Henson Company stuff, Muppet stuff, Sesame Street stuff, new stuff, old stuff, but thankfully no Puffin stuff. Some of these videos won't necessarily be reviews, but more so discussions, history pieces, me just wanting to talk about stuff without actually having to review it. But we're going to kick things off today with my top 12 favorite Muppet Christmas songs. I've lighted the lights, I've dressed up right. It's time to raise the curtain on Muppetational Christmas tonight. Today.
Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Tamanella's coming for the goodies.
Number 12. Barbecue from Emmett Otter's Jug-Band Christmas. While most people wouldn't necessarily consider this a Christmas song, it isn't a Christmas special, so I'm gonna count it. I first heard this classic Emmett Otter tune on the It's Not Easy Being Green sing-along tape, and it's been stuck with me ever since. Maybe it's because I'm a North Carolinian, but I think it's because Barbecue is just a very fun and catchy tune. The kind you can clap your hands and stomp your feet to. The adjectives and imagery throughout the song make it one that any Southerner can easily relate to and picture that delicious home-cooked meal. Honestly, it's just a song that makes me hungry, and I love to eat. Whether it's sung by Emmett Otter and his pals or Yancey Woodchuck, Barbecue is a song that's sure to stay forever under your nails.
That's a pretty girl dancing to Jug-Band music.
And the mess of mama's barbecue, mess of mama's barbecue, mess of mama's barbecue.
Number 11.
I miss a mama's barbecue.
It's Christmas Tomorrow from The Ed Sullivan Show. Yeah, I'm throwing some obscure stuff in this list. Arthur Godfrey plays Santa Claus in this Christmas sketch from The Ed Sullivan Show. It's Christmas Eve, and while he's sorting out what child will receive what toy, he gets a visit from a group of monsters, including a familiar, yet somewhat off-color monster.
This one, and those two up on the shelf.
They attempt to rob him until they learn that Santa is giving the toys to them.
Merry Christmas. Oh, no, that's all right.
Throughout the sketch, they sing the song, It's Christmas Tomorrow. And while it's not a very complex song, it's the overall message and how it's used in the skit that makes it one of my favorites. This is the season of giving, and when you're giving love away, love will come again to stay. Also, it's just another really catchy song. So don't be surprised if this year you find yourself randomly singing, It's Christmas Tomorrow. Da 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 da.
Christmas tomorrow is for everyone.
Number 10. Scrooge from The Muppet Christmas Carol. The opening number of The Muppets Christmas Carol is one of the absolute finest, combining fantastic camera angles while singing about this horribly greedy man. Everyone in town despises Scrooge, even down to the vegetables, and everyone has an example of how he's Scrooged them over. What I love the most is that we never see Michael Caine's face until the very end. The build-up is so good. His dark and cold appearance complements the great adjectives being used to describe him. The songs from both Emmett Otter and The Muppet Christmas Carol were written by Paul Williams, and his ability to really make you visualize the things you're hearing is just one of the highlights of both of these soundtracks.
And all that work is paying off.
Number 9.
Worse. Yeah, every day, in every way, Scrooge is getting worse.
We Need Snow, from The Perry Como Show and The Ed Sullivan Show, the first Muppet Christmas song. Now, there are differences between the two versions. Most notably, the reindeer don't have noses in the original, as well as some dialogue changes and the Perry Como version being longer. However, the storyline is the same. It's 3 days till Christmas, and Santa's reindeer need it to snow by Christmas Eve so they can deliver the toys. While most of the reindeer aren't so enthused,
Well, see you around, gang.
I'm meeting the wife for dinner.
Not gonna work. I got a job as a hat rack.
they decide to do a snow dance to help it happen, but are met with some unfortunate results.
Oh, yuck, yuck. Come on, snow!
Swell. Now you've done it.
It's to be expected.
After all, we are reindeer.
Much like It's Christmas Tomorrow, what makes this song great is the sketch itself. The reindeer are hilarious with clever one-liners and musical cues. While you can find the Perry Como version on YouTube, the Ed Sullivan version is a little harder to find. If you want to see this and It's Christmas Tomorrow, you'll have to get the Ed Sullivan Muppet Magic DVD, but believe me, it's worth it.
Winds blow and the north wind blows, so do you. Knock, knock, and you'll overflow when the boy Santa brings in his sleigh.
Number 8. One More Sleep Till Christmas, from The Muppet Christmas Carol. No matter what your age, you're never too old to feel that childlike love of Christmas, especially when it's Christmas Eve. I honestly could just repeat the lines in this song and it would sum it up great. Bob Cratchit isn't poor, but he isn't rich. He has a son that's dying, but yet he's able to see the good in everything and be able to spend time with the ones he loves on Christmas Eve. And when Kermit and Robin sing it, my heart always melts. Aww. Thank you. This song is also important for being the first song Steve Whitmire ever sang as Kermit the Frog, and it couldn't have been a better one for him to start with. With a great message and an awesome penguin skating scene, One More Sleep Till Christmas is a Muppet and a Christmas classic that's sure to help you get through what seems like the longest day of the year.
After all, there's only one more sleep till Christmas.
Number 7. Ain't No Hole in the Wash Tub, from Emmett Otter. As Alice Otter describes it,
that's what you call your basic keeping warm while you're rowing home kind of song.
without staying on a Christmas-specific message, Ain't No Hole in the Wash Tub is a song about appreciating what you have and always looking on the bright side. As bad as things may seem, they can always be worse. Emmett and his mother are poor, and all they want is to give each other a nice Christmas present for once. And the love between these two is felt so strongly during this song. Also, can we talk about the fact that Emmett is rowing this boat? This was 1977. Also, if you're familiar with the special, you know just how important a hole in the wash tub really is to these characters. While it's not necessarily a Christmas song, it's one I always relate with the holiday, and it helps progress the story into a beautiful sunset. Also, look at how amazing that sunset is! That is like a legit sunset. You can't make that with computers. You can try, but this was real. This was real. Number 6. Everyone Matters, from It's a Very Merry Muppet Christmas Movie. I hate this special. Everyone knows that. It's just so mean-spirited and dark, and it just isn't what the Muppets are to me. However, there is one part that I don't only like, but it's one of my favorite Muppet Christmas songs. That's why it's on this list. The scene is when Kermit is in the world in which he was never born. Gonzo is a street performer. He plays the guitar for Amy the Dancing Brick. While he's singing a song about how horrible his Christmas is going to be, Kermit goes over to him and turns his unhappy tune into one of motivation. For a lot of people, Christmas isn't necessarily a happy holiday. A lot of people feel worthless and depressed, and that's what the second half of this song is about changing. How everyone has a purpose and has an impact on others, whether you know it or not. And it does move the story along, so Kermit realizes that he is important and he does have an impact. Even though I dislike this special so much, it's this one song that keeps bringing me back to it each and every year. Number 5. When the River Meets the Sea, from Emmett Otter. This is a very spiritual song about the transition from death to the afterlife. When the River Meets the Sea has become one of the Muppets' most well-known songs and has been sung many times over the years by John Denver during the Muppet Show Live, on the Jimmy Fallon Show, and at Jim Henson's memorial. Regardless of what you believe in, this is a song that everyone in some way can relate to. That even though life is very confusing and things happen when we least expect it, sometimes you just have to let life be life. Know that it's for a reason and that someday we'll all understand it. Number 4.
The almighty sea.
Together at Christmas. Oh look, another Muppet Christmas special I don't like. Yay. Alright, I'll admit that this song is one of the things from the Christmas toy that I actually like. However, that's not the version that I'm putting on this list. I'm going with the version from A Muppet Family Christmas. For one reason. It's more important here. The song is about family being together during Christmas, and that even though things change over the years, the love throughout your family and friends will never go away. So why do I feel it's more important in A Muppet Family Christmas? This was the last time the Muppet universes would come together before Jim Henson passed away. Even though they would be together, in 2004 Disney bought the Muppets and split everything up. While I'd still like to hope that someday these worlds can all come together again, and maybe they will with this whole Emmett Otter being shown on ABC Family, maybe that'll lead to something, but I still like to imagine that every Christmas the Muppets all gather together at Emily Bear's house and they're always slipping on the icy patch.
Here with each other together on Christmas.
Number 3. The 12 Days of Christmas from John Denver and the Muppets, A Christmas Together, is one of the all-time greatest Muppet moments, and no matter how many times you see it, it's still just as funny. Now, myself as well as everyone else will tell you that the TV version is so much better than the album version. It's so much funnier, including Fozzie Bear forgetting his line.
8 maids a milking.
6 geese a laying.
And it just has this overall feeling that it was completely improvised. Plus, you can't forget while this special isn't available on DVD, you can find it on YouTube. And this is the highlight of the whole thing, which I just realized might not be the best thing to say, seeing as how this is the first part. Oops. Regardless, the 12 Days of Christmas, similar to songs like Mana Mana and Halfway Down the Stairs, is a song that I will always associate first with the Muppets.
Ba-dum-bum-bum, 4 calling birds.
Number 2.
3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Like Christmas from the Muppets Christmas Carol. This, in my opinion, is the definitive song about the importance of Christmas. The spirit of giving and goodwill towards your fellow man and woman and frog and pig and bear.
And Dizzy Gillespie.
Jerry Nelson had an amazing singing voice, and he truly captures the character of the Ghost of Christmas Present. And I feel as though a lot of that has to do with Jerry Nelson and the kind of person that he was. Watch any interview with him and you'll see he's selfless, fun, and caring. One of the greatest Muppet performers, and because of that, this is the song I always associate with him. And even though Jerry Nelson has left us, we can forever feel his spirit through this beautiful song.
It feels like
Number 1. We Need a Little Christmas from A Muppet Family Christmas. I think most of you expected this to be my number 1. The opening number from A Muppet Family Christmas is my absolute favorite Muppet Christmas song. While it may seem simple, just singing a standard Christmas song, it's how the Muppets Muppet it up. All of them packed into Fozzie's truck as they drive to his mom's house, having the regulars like Sam and Gonzo and Animal, while also having obscure ones like Marvin Suggs. Just this idea that they decided to climb into his truck for a Christmas at his mom's house. Also, this was the Muppets together for the first non-anniversary special in 3 years. And you really do get that feeling of them being together again. Gee, it's good to be together again. Plus, this number does a great job of setting up the story. Fozzie is ready to spend his Christmas with his mom and friends, and she's ready to spend it in Malibu. The best way to describe why I love this song is it's just the Muppets being the Muppets. Just being together, and, you know, they've got some cynicalness.
My mother loves surprises.
Good thing she's in for beauty.
But it's also got that family. It's everything I love about the Muppets in one number. And I would consider this scene to be up there with the Muppet Show theme and the Rainbow Connection as one of the most iconic moments in Muppet history. And it's one that I look forward to seeing hundreds and hundreds of times every December. So, that's my list. I would love to hear what your favorite songs are, so leave them in the comments below. I hope you're all excited for Muppetational Christmas 2015. I've got some fun stuff planned. Who knows what's gonna happen? It just feels good to be making videos again, and I'm so thankful for all the love and support you guys have given me throughout this pretty difficult year for me. So, thank you for everything, and thank you for watching. Muppetational Christmas 2015 has only just begun.